Hi, peace and blessings, everybody. How are you all? I'm trying to see if my video, yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if my video was actually recording right now, but anyway, how you guys doing on this Monday? I am going to be down here on today. I just got in from a lot of unexpected running around this morning. It is now after 12. I was supposed to be in here at 9, but something unexpected came up. So, how you guys doing? As I said, it's Monday. I pray you're having a marvelous Monday on today. Over here is beautiful, and I'm going to just cut right to the chase. I'm making sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving, and I just thought I would just go ahead and just record this while I was doing this. I am about to, I washed and I dried my sweet potatoes earlier, and I'm about to pop them into the stove. So this is the first thing that I wanted to go ahead and get started in doing. And I'm just going to pull all necessary little roots, or if there's something on here, such as these little things here. I'm just going to pluck these off, just in case somebody is watching. And I know everybody do things different, but this is what I do over here. I just pull everything off. And I usually have Crisco that I put a really light layer of, I washed and dried my hands already, guys. I usually put a light coating of Crisco on my sweet potatoes. I'm old school. A lot of people just pop them into the stove, and that's good too. But I was always brought up to put a little bit of Crisco. Since I don't have that, I'm using a little Blue Bonnet margarine. I am a butter user, but I use margarine for things like this to oil my pans or my potatoes. And I'm going to pop these in. Again, I'm making sweet potato pies, and I usually have 3 large sweet potatoes that I begin with. And I usually, as I said, I'm old school, okay? And I always save my little pie pans. I have never gotten out of the habit of using these and saving these up. We did this when I was growing up. Just pop these right into the pan. In fact, I like aluminum foil pans better than like any type of dish to do my potatoes in. It's just something about these pans here. To me, they seem to bake better. Now, what I do is a lot of people will um, poke their potatoes before putting them into the stove. I don't do that. I wait till they've cooked about an hour and 15 minutes, and then I'll poke my holes in it. And the reason why I personally do it that way is to keep the sugar from coming out, the natural sweetness of the sweet potato. I want to lock them in as long as I can. After I poke them about an hour and 15 minutes in, then I can begin to tell how, I'm sorry, hold on, how much longer my potatoes need to go in. So these are probably roast in the oven for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, believe it or not, at 350. If you pump your oven up to about 400, it may require less time, but I just always just put them in there at 350 and just keep it moving. And there was something else I was just getting ready to say. This is it, guys. I'm going to pop these in. I prefer to roast. I think I was going to say I prefer to roast my potatoes, because this way it keeps, again, the natural the sweetness of the potato. And I used to boil mine. My grandmother always boiled hers. She never baked hers, but her sweet potato pies always turned out really, really good. But I found over the years that roasting them to me is much better. All right, so I'm going to pop these in the stove for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'll be back. A second for you guys, but about an hour to 2 hours for me over here, okay, in real time. So I'll be back. Hey, everybody, guys, I am back. It has been about 2 hours and 15 minutes for me. My potatoes are done. They're actually still hot. I just grabbed them out of the stove a couple of minutes ago. They have been in the stove for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I knew it was going to be about 2 hours because of how thick they were. But 2 hours, I knew I was going to go over because they were, again, like I said, they were pretty good potatoes. So they were in the stove for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I want to let them cool off a little bit. And I'm trying to speed this thing up because my natural daylight is, sorry, hold on. My natural daylight is getting, it gets dark fast with this daylight saving times. 1 second is daylight and the next second is dark again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my potatoes cool off for maybe about 10 or 15 minutes. That's going to give me time to prep up my my pie shells. I do every once in a while make a pie crust, but I very rarely do it. I ain't got time for that. So my choice of pie crust is the Marie Callender. I'm going to get this prepped up. I had to heat my stove for up to 400 degrees, so I can partially bake my pie crust. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and show you guys that in a minute. But I do want to show you what I will be adding to my filling, which will be 4 eggs. And guys, this recipe is on my community page on my channel. You can see the recipe that I put there for the sweet potato pie. A couple of people were asking about it when I posted the picture, so the recipe is there if you want to get the exact measurements. I won't be doing it here. I have my unsalted butter. I have my 3 extracts that I'll be putting in, which is vanilla. I usually use orange, but I'm out of that, so I'm going to be using lemon. Lemon is good too, and a little bit of almond. I'm going to be using my my nutmeg, which I will be grating up with my grater. I'll be using cinnamon, and I will be using some Carnation evaporated milk, and I will be using some flour to stabilize the filling, and that's going to be it for right now. So I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to get my shells, my pie crust into the oven for about maybe 10 to 12 minutes. And then maybe come back and I'm going to show you what I do to my pie crust, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, while I'm waiting for my these have to thaw out at least 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is just put some holes. Pierce my my pie crust that they won't bulge up. I'm going to do this on the sides. And I'm so happy for these pie crusts not being broken, because a lot of times I don't know what's going on. Just over the last few years, you never know what you're going to get with any type of pie crust. They used to come perfect, but a lot of times they've been coming broken, and you have to do a lot of sealing up. So I'm going around my pie crust, trying to be gentle around the edges so that I don't break my pie crust up here. This is so the air can escape and so the pie crust won't shrink. And a lot of people I want to try it one day. I don't know. I never used just the frozen pie crust, because a lot of people make theirs with their pie crust frozen. See, I told you so, that one's cracked right there. I'm going to try that one day to see how it turned out. I just like to make sure that my pie crust is baked. That the bottom of the pie crust is really, really, done. So, I left my parchment paper. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. What I'll do is I'll take my parchment paper. Place it over here. And I'm going to place some beans in here. This is to help keep the pie crust from shrinking down. a lot of times, let's come over this way. Hold on. What's the matter? You looking for something? You need something, Booby? Let's just come over here. Let me, I'm sorry, my daughter is, I guess, looking for something. What you need, Booby? Let me see. Here, it's right here. Take this. Take that. Okay. I'm looking for one of her toys. All right. I just took my beans and I place them in here. You can use any type of beans. They actually have actual I don't know what do they call those things. They're baking balls. I want to say baking balls. I don't know if they call baking balls, but you can actually buy some actual. They look like beans, like big round beans, but you can actually buy those in the store instead of using beans. And so the purpose is, just in case somebody don't know why I'm doing this, it's just to keep your pie crust from puffing up and shrinking down. Have you ever seen a pie? Sometimes the pie crust is like sunk down on the side of the pan. This is what this purpose of this method is for here. So let me just get these shaking around. Okay. I'm waiting for my timer to go off so I can actually place these into the oven. And what I'm going to do is cut some of the excess paper off so they won't be sticking out. Stove. I don't think you can see this one, but I'm about to do it on this side. Or on this pie rather. So this is all I did. I just cut down the paper a little bit so it won't be sticking up at the top. I grew up, again, my grandmother made pie. She never did all of this. She just baked a pie, put it in there, and it was good. Even if the pie crust was shrunk down on the side a little bit, we didn't care. It was good. But I just discovered that I like doing this way better because, for presentation, it looks better when the pie crust is evened out. And, it just helps out a whole lot too with the baking method, pre-baking. And a lot of times we can throw our things in the oven with it being, raw in the raw state. And the bottom of the pie is not done. The pie shell. All right, so I'm going to leave this. How much time? I got 4 minutes left on the clock over there. So I'm not going to keep you guys on the 4-minute clock. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back after the pie crusts are done, and I'm going to start peeling my potatoes and getting all my ingredients into to be mixed. And this butter, I meant to say, this butter is going to be melted. So I'm going to put this butter, you can actually put it in, as long as your sweet potatoes are really hot, you can actually just go ahead and put your butter in just like this. But I'm going to melt it down, and that way it's all, in a liquid state. All right, so I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm actually just getting ready to peel my potatoes. They are still quite hot. I usually let them sit in the oven until they just cool down, and it still gives them that extra softness. Okay, Booby. Oh, you just that's why I can't do baking, y'all. I'm going to keep coming in here with some activities. Okay, for me to help her out with. All right, so all right, I got her situated with that. These potatoes are still hot, guys. And you do want them hot. You don't want them to be like cold. You want them to be cool enough where you can just work with them. For all my first timers out there. Okay. All right, so last one. And what I do is that I beat all my strings out. You know, in sweet potatoes, there are strings. You can leave them in there if you want to. You know, that's what my grandmother never did that. We were never brought up like, oh, no, wait a minute. What am I saying? Yes, we did. We took our strings out. Yes. We took our strings out, but I know a lot of people don't do that. Okay. So I usually beat them up about 5 times. I rinse my beaters out at least 4 to 5 times. But with these potatoes, these are a little big. And so I probably would have to do them a little bit more than 5 times. So what I'm going to do, guys, you see me doing this here. All I'm doing is just removing the skin, trying to keep my hands from getting, you know, too hot with these potatoes. I'm going to put you guys on hold as I am finished peeling up these potatoes, and I'll be right back. So these are my potatoes that I'm getting ready to whip up. What I usually do is I beat up my potatoes first. I don't want to put all my ingredients in there because when you do that and you're getting the strings out, you're rinsing off your, you know, all your ingredients that you put in there before you actually pull the strings out. And I'm going to show you what I mean by strings, okay? For those who don't know. But these are my potatoes. I'm going to whip these up first before I put any of my ingredients in here, okay? So I'll be right back. My daughter got me on a run right now. She just keep getting me... From the last time I put you guys on pause, she must have been in here about 4 times. So I don't want to lose my train of thought here, but I'll be back to show you what I mean by strings. I'll be right back. Now, I think you guys can see this. If you can see, they're just like a little, you see all these little stringy things on here. You want your sweet potato pie, at least I do. I want them to be as smooth as possible. So removing the strings helps with that, you know, with that kind of texture. Again, you can leave the strings in, but the sweet potato pie is going to be fine. But if you want to, I pull the strings out. I do. These don't seem to be very long in here. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to finish getting my strings out. And yes, I use I have a standing mixer over here, but you know, this old school. Sweet potato pie is always old school to me. I'm going to be old school with it all the way with the hand mixer. And this is how I always do my sweet potato pies, with my hand mixer, or you can use your standing mixer if you want. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, my pie shells, I just want to show you real fast. They are partially baked. Oh, my little tongue tie, guys. I'm sorry, I got a lot trying to accomplish here, but these are partially baked. I put them in with the parchment paper and the beans to keep them down for 12 minutes at 400 degrees. And I did that for 12 minutes, and then I removed the parchment paper and the beans from out of there because what happens is that the inside is moist. So I left it in there for another 2 minutes so it can dry up that moistness and bring them out. So I'll be right back and get ready to make the batter. Hold on. Okay, guys. Now I have my potatoes, my sweet potatoes all beat up and mashed. And what you want is about 3 cups, at least 3 cups, 3 cups to 3.5 cups of potatoes. I didn't measure mine out. This is, I know that this is approximately of what I have. But you can always, you know, just measure your potatoes in a measuring cup. And, you know, just when I first started out, I always wanted to make sure how much potatoes I had. So I always measured my potatoes to make sure I wasn't over or under. Okay, so I'm adding my, let me get a paper towel. My eggs. And I'm going to add my butter, because this all is going to get beat up together. But I'll do my potatoes, my sugar. Oh, you know what, guys? Why did I put my eggs? I don't usually put my eggs in right now. I'm still going to taste it. I usually put my eggs in at the end. I put everything... put everything else in. And then I put my eggs in there so I won't be consuming any raw egg. But it's still all good. Again, I'm old school. We didn't do none of that old school. We just tasted it and kept it moving. But I do like to advise people to not eat raw egg, so we will not have any issues, with any kind of salmonella or anything like that. All right, so let me open this up a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to take 5 ounces. Excuse my dirty cup, guys. Can't see here. Hold on. Due to everything on my cup, it's usually not that dirty, y'all. I'm just trying to hurry along because my daughter is on my tail here. All right, so this is 4 ounces here. I'm going to add 1 more ounce to make it 5. And this is my evaporated milk. Guys, I'm always trying to get all my ingredients. Make sure everything go in there. Waste not, want not. That's what I always say. All right, so that's in there. Now, I am going to do 1 more ounce. So let me get my smaller measuring cup. All right. Hold on, guys. Let me put you on hold a minute. I can't really see. Hold on. I'm sorry, my lines are fading there. I couldn't see. All right, so I want to hurry up. Let me get this pot in the oven. So the sweetness depends on your palate, depending on the size of the potatoes as well. That's going to also be your thing. You have to watch it for when you're doing your sugar, your sweetness. Some people add brown sugar too. I just add regular white sugar. All right. So I know I'm going to put 1. Okay. And I know I'm going to put 2. All right. So I'm going to start off here, and then I'm going to taste as I go along. And I'm going to come back with my spices. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm just going to put, it's actually good the way that it is. It really doesn't require, I'm just going to put a little bit more because the potatoes were big. And so I put 2 1/4 cups of sugar. I'm going to put a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now, depending on your taste palette, you can adjust the cinnamon. You can add more or less if you want. I'm going to do a teaspoon of the fresh nutmeg. I'm just going to grate it up in here. Just eyeball it. Ground nutmeg is fine too. I sometimes use that. I like fresh nutmeg because the flavor just comes out better. The fresh nutmeg. Okay. And I'm going to use a teaspoon. I'll just do it with my teaspoon. Right. Guys, what did I just do with my teaspoon? Okay. All right. Hide that under there. Okay. Teaspoon. We are going to do a teaspoon of the lemon. That almost went in here. That's almond. You got to take it easy with the almond. The almond is very, 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 very powerful. Okay. That's a teaspoon of the lemon. And we're going to do about a half a teaspoon, a quarter, I'm sorry. No, a half a teaspoon. I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon of the almonds since the potatoes are really kind of bigger than I usually do. All right. And let me seal up all these things. All over. And I'm going to add my flour. This is to stabilize the filling, so it won't be so, so it won't be so so runny. So I'm going to go back and stir this up, and then I'm going to come back, beat it up, and I'm going to come back and fill up my pie shells, and we're going to get them in the stove. All right, I'll be back. Okay, guys, this is my filling. It's complete, and it's going to be, you want it. It's going to be a little runny, and that's okay. But this is the filling, all right? And what I'm going to do is just pour it up to the top. You don't have to, let me concentrate, guys. All right. It's so different trying to do this on. Okay. A little bit more. Let me pour some in here. I just want to make sure I have enough. Which I know I will, because it always, this batter, I keep saying batter, this filling makes 2 pies. Now you might have a little bit left over, do what you want with it, but this filling makes 2 pies. And I'm usually not this messy, guys. I'm a little challenged here. Let me do it this way so I can see what I'm doing. I usually fill mine all the way up to the top of the line there, or to right underneath the rim of the crust. Okay, put a little bit more in there. All right, let's see. Do a little bit more, a little bit more, and that's going to be it here. Okay, so let me put this over here. And I made a mess on one of my pie crusts here. What I'm going to do from here is that I'm going to make an egg wash. It's 1 egg with 1 teaspoon of water, and I'm going to brush my crust. That will give it a brown, a nice brownness to it. And I just love how it tastes when it has the egg wash on there. Wait a minute, guys. I see a little bit of probably, where's my spatula? Okay. And just try to smooth it out. Okay. Okay, guys, I know that's not necessary, but that's bothering me there. All right, so I'm going to crack my egg. And this will probably stay in the stove for about an hour. I'm going to cover my, hold on, I'll be right back. I usually use, what's it called? I'm sorry, I said 1 teaspoon. I use 2 teaspoons of water for the egg wash. If y'all see my toes, I'm always walking around barefooted, guys. Always barefooted in the house. Let me wash this food off here. Forgive me, guys. Been a busy day. This morning, I got sidetracked as I was trying to, I was getting started with the pies. I was getting started with it. And I've been trying to call, or I have been in contact with my daughter's primary care physician to get her flu shot. Now, I usually call in October. Called them in October, they didn't have one. And they told me to call back in a couple of weeks. Now, I've been so busy, I've been forgetting. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks since they told me that. I called this morning, I said, because me and my daughter are getting together for Thanksgiving, and we're talking about things, and, and I'm like, all these, the flu is up on the rise, right now. And I said, you know what, I forgot to get, Sienna's flu shot. I keep forgetting. I know to get it, but I just keep forgetting. Each day I keep forgetting. So anyway, I called today, right? I'm going to take my brush, and I'm just going to go over the pie crust. I thought I put that in there. See, I'm just going to go around the pie crust with this. You're going to have a lot of this left over. There's no way to divide the egg in half. Just count it a waste once you get done. But I called again to the doctor's office this morning. They said, oh, we still don't have it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I called you guys about 3 or 4 weeks ago. You told me to call you back. So I'm like, well, what do I do? Because my daughter has asthma. It's well controlled. We don't have no problems with her. Well controlled, well maintained. But the flu is on the rise. She said, well, go to CVS. Go to one of your, somewhere like that, and you probably get it. So that's what ended up happening this morning. I called. Thank God I had an hour, and the CVS is right down, only like 5 minutes away. Got over there, even though I set an appointment for 10:50. I called them. It was like 9:45. It took forever to get the thing done online. I get over there 20 minutes early, just to settle in. And I'm over there for over an hour. I'm over there like an hour and 15 minutes. I'm like, are you kidding me? By the time I got ready to leave from out of there, it was 11:45. I'm like, what in the world? What's the point of making an appointment for? What's up? Come on. I'm trying to bake pies at home. So anyway, I got tied up with that, and I had something that I really needed to get to before getting the pies done. So the pies are late getting in, and my daughter is in the background. She's trying to get my attention every 2 seconds. And so I just want to make sure I do my pies right. And I want to make sure that I have daylight when they're done. So it's almost 4 o'clock, guys. And my natural daylight is going to be gone. So if that is the case, what I'm going to do is come back on in the morning where you can see them much better. Of course I can do do this in, with the artificial light here. But it's so much better when you have natural light, and when you're doing stuff like this. I don't have the equipment right now, and it's not that I can't get it. I just don't have it, I think there's a ring light or whatever they call that kind of light you can get. But all right, guys, I only took 2 minutes to put this on here when I usually just zoom, zoom, zoom. Let me just be quiet. Okay, guys. And also, what I do is put aluminum foil around the edges. So I'm going to get this pie in the stove. I'll probably put the aluminum foil around. I usually try to do it now, but I probably do that about halfway into the baking time. I'm going to put you guys on hold. I don't know if I'm coming back on or not right now when the pies are done, but I will see. I'm going to put you guys on hold anyway. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back. What I'm going to do, I have a little bowl that I'm going to use to put the rest of that batter in. I keep saying batter, but you know me, guys. You know what I mean. It's the filling. the rest of the filling from the sweet potato pie. And I'm going to make this for myself. You know, you will have some left over. And this is one of the things that you can do. Is just take your batter and make you a sweet potato souffle, sweet potato casserole, a little mini one, if you will. And I'm going to pop this right in the stove with my pies. This batter is really, really good, guys. It's really good. If I must say so myself. Okay. So I'm going to take this here. And just shake it around. Perfect. Just enough for there. Gotta forgive me, guys. It's been a long day. It's really been a long day. I don't know how people do this all the time. But and then again, I can see because when you got a lot of help, you got people helping you around, and you know, like some channels have people setting up the food and doing all that they're doing there. I can see that. But then we have a lot of home bakers who do a lot themselves too. So I'm just trying to get the swing of things. I want to do more baking on my channel, and just a um, you know, because my channel also includes baking. It's just not gift baskets. Again, it's a component of three things: gift baskets, love of baking, and inspiration. And so I definitely want to get to more baking. So I'm going to go pop this in the stove, and I shall be back when everything is done. Okay, guys, it is now night. It is not quite 5 o'clock yet, but there's no light. There's no more natural daylight, and I probably will show this to you on Wednesday when I will complete the pies. I will be adding a nutmeg homemade whipped cream on top of it, and I just wanted to show you guys them coming right out of the stove. I'm trying to see here myself. I'm at an angle where it's a little uncomfortable for me to hold the camera, but these are the pies. And guys, I had a little incident with aluminum foil. Oh, my pies were so pretty. They were just smooth on top, no anything on top, and the aluminum foil ran across both of them when I was trying to wrap the crusts up. Okay, so there's some imperfections in there. It didn't come from the pie filling itself. It was just me messing around with the aluminum foil, trying to prevent the crust from getting too brown. And I'm going to actually get me some of those pie crust covers because I've been wanting those. And that will help me out a lot. I was rushing around trying to do these pies, and you know, I was just multitasking while trying to do these pies. But anyway, these are the pies here. I just got them out of the stove, and then maybe on Wednesday when I make the whipped cream and put them around the pie, that's when I will come back on. I'm making these for Thanksgiving, so I would like to do that a little bit closer, okay? You guys have a blessed night, blessed day, wherever you are. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.